Hey folks, I am back here with Enduring Finances. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're taking a look at the breakdown of my budget and net worth update for the month of July. So to kick things off, let's go ahead and take a look at the goals that I set for myself for the month of July. So first off, I wanted to do 3 workouts a week, and I have not hit this for a couple months in a row now. I just cannot find a good groove, so we're going to adjust that going into the month of August and kind of change it up a little bit. I did break even financially this month. I didn't go take in any of my savings to pay my expenses. I did go on an awesome birthday camping trip. Went to a nice little reservoir, went a little bit of fishing, did not catch anything, and just had a really good time reading and hanging out with Jackson and watching the chipmunks and the deer and all the things, and continue to not kill my garden. We're getting a ton of produce in. It is growing exponentially more than I thought it would be, and my squash is now in full swing, just tons of it coming out, and endless amounts of cucumbers, like just so many cucumbers. I'm continuing to meal prep every week. It is going very, very well, and I'm continuing to eat 135 to 140 grams of protein every single day. So we did really good for the month of July. So let's go ahead and take a look at my goals for the month of August. I changed up my fitness goals a little bit, because originally I was saying 3 workouts a week, and I went a little bit more specific. And so I went down to 4, I actually jumped up to 4 workouts a week, but I changed it. So I'm doing 2 weight training where I'm lifting weights a week, and then 2 days where I'm doing cardio, and I'm focusing primarily on the rower right now. I'm going to continue to eat 135 to 140 grams of protein a day. Meal prepping is just, I feel like, a standard habit right now, so we're going to continue doing that, even though it's not on my goals. I'm going to go on a camping trip in August. I'm going to try is the key word, and catch up on my photo backlog with stock photography. That is a big thing, so I think it might be a little bit unrealistic, but you never know. And then my goal is to save $100 for house projects this month. So that is going to be my goals for the month of August. Let's go ahead and jump into my budget. Alright, so starting off with my personal expenses, we paid $1,305 on my mortgage, $51.60 on my car insurance, $45.60 on my trash. That is a bi-monthly odd payment, and that bumped up a little bit more from last year, about $1.33. I didn't have any sewer payments this month. I did pay my internet with a split between business and personal expenses, as we can see, so $9.60 for personal expenses. Didn't have to pay any water bills this month. And my electrical was way lower than what I thought it was going to be, coming in at $65.39. So I ended up having about $100 less than what I anticipated with that. Groceries was a little bit smaller this month too. We paid a little bit more last month, kind of prepping for this month a little bit. But we went ahead and did 4 grocery runs. Most of them were on the smaller side, except for on the 14th, where I spent $104.97, bringing the total groceries to $293.69 for the month. As far as eating out, I went on 1 outing, we're just going to call it that, where I spent $7, and then I did steak night with my friend for $44.30. I paid for both meals, coming to a total of $51.30, so just a little bit over my estimation there. As far as gas trips, I did go ahead and go to Washington and stop at Mount Rainier a little bit, visited my friend, had some fun there, ended up staying at their house, and just had a great trip. So I ended up spending $224.02 on gas on that trip, but I tracked all of that down. Other than that, we did have $38.14 off business gas, bringing my total personal gas expenditure with my trip to $324.88, which is the biggest gas that I think I've ever had. As far as health and maintenance, we spent $200 on counseling, and then I bought shoes and shorts and just some stuff that I needed for the summer for $117.60, bringing my health and maintenance to $317.60. And then as we get into our fun and other, I spent an additional $116.38 on my Washington trip. This was just a fun weekend, and I kind of splurged on it a little bit. I went on a fishing trip where I spent $10.73 on worms and goodies and all the things. And then as far as my birthday trip went, I spent $47.27 on that, and that is including the gas in there. it's not including the gas in there. I just threw that in there just because I didn't track it very well and I didn't use a full tank for that. I did have a fun day trip with my munchkins to the trampoline park, and that cost $13 to go bounce around and have some fun. And then I paid $54.10 for Jackson's food and treats and such, bringing my total fun and other expenses to $241.48. As far as birthdays and holidays, I spent $4.95 on a watermelon for the 4th of July family get-together. I know. As far as birthday presents, I spent $49.02 on birthday gifts, and then special gifts for friends that I went and visited in Washington and such, I spent $63.70, bringing this total to $117.67. And breaking down all of my spending, we can see that I spent $2,823.81, which is a little more than I estimated, almost $50 more than I estimated. So being $50 over is not bad, especially for a high expense month. We did 2 different trips and steak nights and all the things. So I feel pretty good about this month. Let's go ahead and see how my business expenses fared from this. So we have that internet coming out, broken down at 15% split between business and personal. So $50 is business. We didn't have any expenses for security or enduring finances. For Holy Smokes Photography, however, we did spend $15.20 on Etsy fees, and then $17.26 on Etsy marketing, and that brings that total to $32.46. As far as additional income, we do have that gas that I track on my separate sheet, coming out to $38.14, bringing my business expenses to a whopping $120.60. So we are doing good with that. We did spend a lot of time not working and having fun, so that would make sense why my business expenses are a little less. Let's go ahead and see how my income impacted all of this. So we do have that VA benefit coming in, $508.05. My part-time job came in at just under $1,100. And then I have a other private income source that has come into the works, and I'm going to keep it private because, well, you're the internet and I don't know all of you, and I retain the right to keep some things private. So we're just going to call it other and private and leave it at that. But that comes in at $500 even, and this should be probably right around $500 for the next foreseeable future. And that's all I'm going to say on it. As far as enduring finances, we made $1.76 off of website ads. For Holy Smokes Photography, we made $5.89 off of stock photos. And for my additional income, we made $230 dog sitting. This was right after the 4th of July. Went in and saw one of my repeat clients and loved them. I just have a really cute dog and 2 cats and just had a lot of fun there. Made $480 donating plasma. And then we didn't do any DoorDash or Uber Eats again this month. I've kind of been holding off on that and focusing more on Lime scooters and having fun. Speaking of Lime scooters, we made $141.50 doing that. And then $37.20 off of Rover, just walking a couple of my repeat clients that come in occasionally. They typically do this when they do like a long hike and they don't want to take their dog because she's old and she won't be able to keep up, and so I just go in for the afternoon and take care of her. But that brings my additional income to $888.70, bringing my total income between all of my stuff to $2,986.76, for a positive estimation of $208. Let's go ahead and see how this breaks down my total income. So we can see that expenses were $2,944.41, and that is between personal and business. My income between all the things was $2,986.76 for a positive gain of $42.35. So we broke even this month with a little bit extra on the side. Break it down here just by personal expenses and then by business expenses. You can see we're doing all right there. So let's go ahead and jump down to my investing returns. For my high yield savings account, we made $4.13 there, a lot more than I've seen. I don't know what's going on with that. They're changing their rates, and I don't think they know what they're doing right now. As far as my stock portfolio, we made $121.34 off of stock dividends. and we didn't do any stock trades, and we didn't have any fees there. And again, next week I'll be breaking down all of the individual dividends that I earned and just going over my portfolio if you want to check that out. As far as Lending Club, I made $5.49 off of principal return of loans that I've sent out, that I granted to other people. We made 72 cents off of interest and paid 6 cents in fees for a total of $6.15 on that. As far as my 403b retirement account, we gained $989.28 in total value and spent $7.50 on fees for a gain of $981.78. As far as my thrift savings plan through the federal government, which is a retirement plan, we gained value of $264.37 with no fees, bringing my total between all of those, not including fees, to $1,385.33, with $7.56 in fees for a total gain from dividends and just market value and all of that to $1,377.77. And yeah, I'm happy to see that. Glad to know that the market is still going up, and we've had really volatile markets for the last year or so, so I'm happy with any increase that we see there. Let's go ahead and see how all of this impacted my net worth. So just a reminder, net worth is your assets minus your liabilities, so what you have versus what you owe. The biggest asset that I have right now is my house, which is estimated at $308,800. I have about $350 cash on hand, $200 in my checking account, $50 in my savings account, $2,000 in my emergency fund, and about $62 total in my Lending Club balance. That is slowly winding down as we are closing that out. My stock portfolio jumped up to $31,666. My 403b is now valued at $30,940, and my TSP is valued at $14,537. Personal property, about $6,200 in vehicles, $600 in furniture, $1,300 in my gym equipment, and about $7,500 in other stuff. And we'll just leave it at that, bringing my total assets to $404,205. As far as my liabilities, which is what I owe, the only outstanding loan that I have is the mortgage on my house, which is now down to $187,749. Nothing else going on there, bringing my total net worth to a positive $216,475. I'm really happy to see that right there. So we had a 1.25% increase in my net worth from the month of June, where we had a massive decrease because the market value of my home jumped down about $60,000. So I'm happy to see that we're slowly working back up on that, and we will continue seeing my net worth grow over time, as well as all of my investments and everything continuing to grow. So that is going to wrap up my budget and net worth and goals breakdown for the month of July. And I will see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.